What does it look like to build a thriving community? To create spaces that foster progress, connection, growth, and prosperity. For some, it happens one blueprint, brick, and mortar at a time. But AGC members understand that there's a difference between what's good enough and what's exceptional. The difference between this will work and this is amazing. From world headquarters to courthouses, elementary schools to automobile facilities, the work of AGC members is rooted in uncompromising quality. Construction matters because the vitality of our community matters. And the projects AGC members build continue to advance Michigan and showcase the very best our industry has to offer. Here are the nominees for this year's Build Michigan Awards. ALK Construction was awarded the opportunity to construct the McLaren Corporate Services Building. McLaren Healthcare envisioned a corporate office building that would stand the test of time. A building that one could drive up to years after being built and still be in awe of its timeless modern architecture. The new office building's exterior consists of glacier gray zinc metal panels, which are the focal point at the face of the building. Special handling and storage of these sensitive material panels was required. The interior features a grand 3-story atrium main lobby with terrazzo open staircase and a glass handrail. Wood panels run from the first floor training room to the main lobby up 3 stories and then flow into the wood ceiling tile system. In the interest of life safety, this large atrium is equipped with 2 smoke curtain systems and a state-of-the-art smoke control system. The project was constructed in close proximity to wetlands, meeting the owner's desire for a natural wooded environment. Special care was taken throughout the project, as well as the addition of many new plantings and a green roof. As construction manager on this project, ALK's responsibility was to schedule and manage the work of all 22 subcontractors, making sure that the project was completed on time. Through use of lean scheduling, BIM above ceiling coordination, and intense sequencing activities, ALK Construction was able to complete this project on schedule and budget. A different kind of laboratory rests more than 32 feet below grade on the campus of Michigan State University. Barton Malow, along with design partner Smith Group, had the rare opportunity to build the world-class facility for rare isotope beams. FRIB is a scientific research facility for the Office of Nuclear Physics in the U.S. Department of Energy Office of Science. The 230,000 square foot facility boasts sophisticated and robust structural, mechanical, and electrical systems to accommodate the heavy loads of equipment integral to FRIB's groundbreaking research. The facility includes the Linear Accelerator underground tunnel, target gallery area, and numerous designated support spaces. BIM was in its relative infancy when the FRIB project kicked off pre-construction in 2010. With the challenging nature of the site's tight logistics and busy campus, utilizing BIM to work through material and equipment deliveries along with other construction challenges became critically important early on. FRIB became one of the earliest Barton Malow job sites to employ the use of BIM boxes, mobile field stations housing digital drawing tables with up-to-the-minute electronic drawings detailing work to be put in place. Once excavation of the accelerator tunnel was complete, the area was reinforced with more than 260 tons of steel. Soon after, the team undertook a 3,200 cubic yard, high-density concrete pour that ran continuously for more than 18 hours through snow and freezing rain. This was the largest pour on site for the project, and one of the largest single pours in the state at the time of construction, containing enough concrete to fill an Olympic-sized swimming pool. The joint venture team, the Chrisman Company and Brinker Group, are proud to have built the Wayne State University Mike Ilitch School of Business that serves 3,500 students. The facility includes a 250-seat auditorium with state-of-the-art AV equipment, 150 glass marker boards, a finance lab with Bloomberg terminals, and a 2-story interior atrium space for seating and events. In addition, the new facility includes a 4th-floor terrace area with glass handrails that run along Woodward Avenue, a courtyard that provides a tranquil setting in the city, and spaces for flexible teaching, research, office, and community gatherings. Before construction began, a BIM model was used to incorporate lean design and construction techniques, particularly for the steel framing for the Woodward Avenue side of the building that features a high multi-dimensional cantilevered canopy system. The steel had to be substantial enough to support the 3-inch limestone facade, and some of the steel members were up to 50 feet long to obtain the cantilevered portion of the canopy. In addition, the steel tied together at multiple irregular angles to achieve the desired look of the building. This project, seeking LEED certification, incorporates a variety of principles including construction waste management and indoor air quality programs. Sustainably sourced materials were used extensively throughout the project and made up more than 40% of the total cost of materials. Spence Brothers successfully delivered the Hub Ann Arbor, a new residential high-rise built with the idea of elevating the housing experience for young professionals and graduate students at the University of Michigan. Placed on 2 levels of below-grade parking, the 12-story building includes approximately 174,000 square feet that houses a mix of studio, 2, 3, and 4-bedroom apartments. It is constructed of post-tension concrete decks with metal stud framing throughout. The project faced an immediate challenge due to the early frost laws of 2017. Once trucking activity was fully operational, the project was 2.5 months behind schedule. Thanks to the hard work and diligence of Spence Brothers' self-performing concrete division, the project was only 5 days behind schedule when the roof deck was poured. This allowed the team to make up this much shorter period of time during the subsequent phases. According to Senior Project Manager Mark Gohausen, in less than 10 months, Spence Brothers managed to make up more than 40 working days on the schedule. The project was completed on time, far ahead of move-in for the fall 2018 semester. On top of this, the tight site required significant logistical planning for all trades, including the delivery of the 7,400 yards of concrete in 750 trucks. The design incorporates state-of-the-art amenities including a yoga studio, steam room, fitness center, and a rooftop deck with a hot tub, sun deck, and outdoor fire tables. What student wouldn't want to live at the Hub Ann Arbor? The renovation of a historic building is always a special occasion. However, when your firm was the original contractor dating back to 1925, it holds distinctive meaning to the project team. Spence Brothers was hired as a construction manager for renovation and additions to the Midland County Courthouse to upgrade security and access to this important community building. This project provided a great deal of challenges for the design team from the beginning. This registered historic landmark was also a wood structure with a large unheated attic. This required the installation of full fire suppression and a modern mechanical system, which required several design changes during the construction phase due to unforeseen condition and inadequate or missing design details. Asbestos pipe insulation was expected and planned for. However, the original plaster floor bases and exterior walls also required abatement. To keep the courtroom operational throughout the construction, the project was broken down into 5 separate phases. Each phase had to be 100% complete so the owner could move back in before the next space could be open to construction. Just as the original courthouse was built through the support of the community, this high-profile project received support from several area foundations. Spence Brothers was proud to successfully deliver this project, stewarding the community's investment efficiently, effectively, and safely. K-Max is a German-based company that supplies fasteners to automobile manufacturers, and in nearly 20 years has almost tripled its revenue in the U.S. With that growth, they chose to expand their existing plant in Lapeer with the help of E&L Construction Group. The site is landlocked by an active airport on 2 sides, a DEQ-regulated stream, and a residential road. E&L took a risk and decided to expand over the wetlands. After coordinating with the DEQ to relocate and backfill the stream was carefully moved and wildlife and vegetation were removed and relocated. Germinated wild grass seed was harvested by hand, and many existing bushes were transplanted. And since this project was built next to an airport, E&L had to work with the FAA. No lifts above 25 feet were allowed without permission, and it was critical to make sure that the finished building height was under the restricted height. Every crane used required an FAA permit and approval of every step of the building process. E&L excelled at project management. Between managing 2 federal agencies and an international owner, the team had to overcome constant project changes, a 6-hour time difference, a language barrier, and out-of-country approvals. It was imperative to ensure that all contacts, local and international, were on the same page at all times. Every step of the project required 2 owner approvals. In the end, this very successful expansion added 100,000 square feet of logistics and manufacturing space, 13,000 square feet of offices and laboratory space, and 25,000 square feet for 3 more heat treatment furnaces, doubling its current output and offering consolidation. George W. Auk was selected for the task of constructing Independence Elementary, a K-5 school within Clarkston Community Schools. The bond program was centered around increasing the safety and security of the district's facilities, as well as addressing individual needs of the buildings. Independence Elementary had unique requirements. The existing veneer consisted of a single width of burnished CMU, and the existing roof was primarily a sloped shingle roof. The school district intended to improve the energy efficiency of the building and the occupants' comfort through this bond. Unique improvements were required, which included the extension of the existing foundations, application of spray foam at the veneer cavity, installation of intermediate lintels and support angles, and the installation of a new masonry veneer that maintained the original design intent. The existing flat roof was completely replaced, and the existing asphalt shingles were demolished and replaced with a metal standing seam roof. The insulation in the new roof system doubled the existing roof insulation. The project was phased to keep the school fully functional for the 2017-2018 school year. The Health Point Integrated Care Facility began as a partnership between Holland Hospital and Spectrum Health to provide Ottawa County with a state-of-the-art comprehensive medical center. Granger Construction was hired to serve as the CM on this $50 million project. The new 3-story, 105,000 square foot building features an urgent care, radiology, and orthopedic suites, and various primary care options. While the 1-story outpatient surgical center offers an OR suite and endoscopy suites, and PACU, prep, and recovery units. The project site was located within 1.5 miles of the Grand Haven Memorial Air Park. This proximity meant the project team needed to apply for permits through both MDOT and the FAA. However, during this effort, the team also learned that the project was located within the required proximity of an emergency bank left. This realization meant Granger needed to work with Steel Supply and Engineering and Legacy Steel to adjust the entire steel erection sequence and modify crane locations during erection. Despite a 3-month delay, the project team, consisting primarily of local subcontractors, completed this project 5 weeks early and $2 million under budget, providing a state-of-the-art complex, offering the Grand Haven community comprehensive health care in one convenient location. SVRC Marketplace is the transformative redevelopment of the former Saginaw News Building into a 100,000 square foot mixed-use facility in downtown Saginaw. Spence Brothers went above and beyond the duties of a construction manager, including project finance consulting, recruiting a key tenant, and becoming a tenant by moving its headquarters to the 3rd floor. The greatest challenge on this project was the extensive pre-construction process due to the complex financing and tenant lease-up process. Although the Spence team was engaged in April 2015 to start pre-construction, they were not able to start construction until June 2017 due to the complexities of combining historic tax credits, new market tax credits, as well as funding from foundations MEDC and MDEQ. In order to demonstrate progress to a skeptical community, the team performed certain pull-ahead work, such as demolishing an adjacent building that would accommodate the outdoor market. Demolition and abatement work started in March 2017. Construction began on June 22, 2017, and the project was completed on time for the tenants to move in June 1, 2018. The building, which Spence Brothers originally constructed in 1960, has become a beacon of Saginaw's urban revitalization. Lear Corporation chose 33 acres of the 400-acre Ray's Buick City site in Flint to construct their new automobile seating assembly facility. E&L Construction was to design-build a 168,000 square foot building for Lear's assembly operations and office personnel. Incorporated into the design was 17 truck docks, a 12,500 square foot office mezzanine, parking for over 400 cars, and a lead-eliminating water filtration system. Building on an abandoned manufacturing site was challenging. Immediately, crews found buried storage tanks, random pipes, paved over manholes, and various debris. The largest underground discovery was a 10 feet deep by 6 foot wide utility tunnel that was used to connect two factory buildings. Unable to ignore the over 650-foot tunnel, as it ran directly below what would become the building foundation and new employee parking lot, it required nearly 1,500 cubic yards of stone to fill in. After the site plan was approved 17 days after the award of contract, E&L used the fast-track approach on a design-build contract to create, fabricate, erect, and complete a state-of-the-art manufacturing building in less than 8 months. Tying the past with the future of the Buick City site, reclaimed wood from a local barn was incorporated into the building finishes. The wood symbolizes the beginnings of the auto industry in Flint, since original carriage and automobile factories were predominantly built using wood. The building met the new energy codes and used many fast-track techniques throughout construction. The result is a state-of-the-art manufacturing facility on an iconic property that was once home to the world's largest automobile factory. For the GM Asset Sustainment Phase 2 project, Ideal Contracting had the responsibility for complete replacement of the GM Global Tech Center's chilled water and steam plants. The existing equipment was nearly 60 years old at the time the work began, well beyond its useful life. The chilled water and steam plants provided service to 15,000 people and provided heating to 7 million square feet of building area. The scope of the project included the installation of 3 new 90,000 pound per hour boilers, associated economizers, deaerators, boiler feed water pumps, condensate tanks, and pumping equipment. Also required was the installation of a new water treatment system and chemical feed equipment, all engineered for simplified operator involvement in receiving new chemicals. The original plan called for the boilers to be brought in through an opening that would have been created in the wall of the steam plant. The team developed an alternative plan to bring the boilers through the roof, which proved to be more efficient, safe, and cost-effective. The new boilers weighed 85,000 pounds in shipping form and were installed utilizing a 500-ton crane. On all projects, the health and safety of the team and building occupants is Ideal's highest priority. Over a 2-year life cycle of the project, over 270,000 man-hours of work was put in place successfully with 0 injuries and 0 lost time. In 2012, Out Construction embarked on a journey to create a new headquarters for future generations of employees, incorporating environmentally sound practices and efficient new technologies. Weighing numerous options to ensure this would be a building that its clients, employees, and the community would benefit from, Out chose the redevelopment of a 4-acre vacant brownfield site that would be built to meet LEED Silver criteria. The project fell into the category of the design needs to be completed ASAP. The team determined the need for a 12-month permitting, bidding, construction, and move-in schedule. The construction schedule alone was condensed to only 10 months. To assist with this timeline, the use of BIM coordination on the structural, mechanical, and electrical systems was performed to optimize the layout. AUK's strong belief in environmentally friendly construction was a driving force to meet or exceed LEED Silver guidelines. The team incorporated recycled materials, low VOC materials, special glass systems, energy-efficient HVAC systems, and 2 bioswales that help slow and filter water prior to it entering the city and county systems. The success of this project exemplifies the skills and talents of a multitude of professionals and trades workers across every discipline. This properly executed high-profile project is invaluable in promoting the construction industry and careers in construction. General Motors awarded Aristio the $78 million T1 body shop conveyor and tooling installation project in Flint, a critical facility for GM's award-winning truck line. For this project, Aristio coordinated with GM to incorporate lessons learned from other GM facilities before utilizing BIM to map out the entire conveyance and tooling system across the nearly 900,000 square foot facility, a process that saved GM significant amounts of time and money. Aristio's in-house teams precisely controlled quality by self-performing steel design, detailing fabrication, erection, and equipment installation, including over 100,000 square feet of platforms for the 2.6-mile conveyor system, 1,200 robots, and 4.2 miles of zone fencing. Disposal of all construction-related debris was carefully coordinated with GM's environmental department. And when opportunities arose, Aristio donated reusable materials to local organizations. One such donation included multiple pieces of fire-rated plywood and 2x4s that Aristio offered to the City of Flint Fire Department. The department gladly welcomed the donation, and Aristio delivered all of the lumber directly to the Flint Fire Station. The 16-month project consistently ran ahead of milestones, finishing the 530,000 man-hours safely with zero lost time. When Graymont, a global leader in limestone production, needed to build a shiploading facility in Brevort, Michigan, they contacted Gunlock Champion Incorporated. Graymont's goal was to have the facility fully operational in time to load 2 ships with 26,000 tons of limestone before the shipping season ended on blustery Lake Michigan. Together, Graymont and Gunlock developed an aggressive schedule and strategy to construct the Rexton Dock project in 7 months. To meet the owner's goal, the project required the installation of a drive-over truck dump into a hillside with 33 feet high concrete walls. It also included installation of concrete footings, 78 drilled micropiles into the side of a hill, placement of process equipment, installation of 1,500 feet of overland conveyor and skyline tripper, 90 feet in the air, placement of a transfer tower, and the construction of a 390-foot reclaim tunnel with 12 hoppers and a reclaim conveyor. Site conditions created numerous challenges. The change in elevation between the start and finish of the overland conveyor was 150 feet, with over half of the 1,500-foot-long structure erected on a 22-degree slope. Half of the primary bents were also located on that 22-degree slope, and the entire work site was 100% sand. With the project located directly on the northern shore of Lake Michigan, high winds, rain, snow, and washouts impacted construction. Gunlock Champion delivered, on time and on budget. Graymont has the shiploading facility they need today and well into the future. So I'll ask you again, what does it mean to build a thriving community? Well, it looks a lot like what you just saw from the work of these AGC members. 14 projects built with skill, integrity, and a dedication to excellence from vision to reality. We're proud of every AGC member who helps build a thriving Michigan.